Welcome to 2K Sports for another edition of NBA basketball. This is Kevin Harlan along with Clark Kellogg and Steve Kerr. Doris Burke will be reporting from the sidelines. Last game for the Warriors, the loss to the Dallas Mavericks. And so off the tip, it's Oklahoma City. Now the opening lineup for the Oklahoma City Thunder.
I'm gonna say.
Ran outside at the three with about.
It is Craig though, ain't it?
Andre Robertson out there with Russell Westbrook. And it's Adams in at center, locking down the middle. Barnes kicks to Curry. And it's blocked by Adams. And here we go. And two shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot. The Thunder shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line.
And they're right around 74% as a team from the free throw line to this point of the season.
Guys, we haven't seen the type of numbers out of them at the line that we've come to expect, especially after last season.
And that's good as he hits both of his shots.
The Warriors last season voted the most fun team to watch in the NBA. Easy to see why. Arguably the greatest shooting backcourt in NBA history, and a lot of great passers, too.
Westbrook kicks to Durant. Back to Westbrook. Feeds to Robertson. 6 to shoot. And Kevin Durant with the slam.
Tell you what, he's not an easy guy to stop when he's got his sight on the rim.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher.
What the fuck was that?
With that one-hand tomahawk slam. Beautiful.
Here's Robertson. Thompson with the rebound. The Warriors have gone 1 of 3 for the field to start this one so far. Thompson right side. Got a piece of it. And that's out of bounds. Golden State will retain possession.
Well, that pass had just a little bit too much heat on it for him to make a clean steal.
Yeah, I think it would have been a tough catch for either of them.
Curry. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
It's early, but you can already make a case for Curry as one of the best shooters of all time. Really, it's a combination of his ability to hit shots, but also his ability to create his own shot. Very rare to have both those abilities.
Now here's Durant. He had 16 points in the win against Minnesota.
And when you talk about his scoring, Kevin, with the defense trying to pressure him, I thought he did a really nice job of getting them to overcommit, and you know, that's how he got himself to the free throw line.
Offensively, 1 of 4 to start. They're still trying to find their stroke.
And if you do consider Curry to be the greatest shooter already, you're in good company. This season, Kevin Durant Clark gave his opinion that Curry is already the best.
Yeah, you know, this is going to be debated by people for a long time, and I don't know where the answer
Come on, what a...
But Curry definitely is in the equation already with his resume and record-breaking three-point shooting.
And the Thunder making a change here.
Jump!
Jackson's checked in.
Explosive leaping ability.
Oh, that was pretty. And he just has that that effortless knack for getting inside.
Well, you hate to be the guy asked to guard him because he's just so dominant, so quick and explosive. Tough to stay in front of him. He has such a knack for scooping up the rebound and then making a defense pay.
Westbrook again. It's Curry. Westbrook dishes to Durant. Durant drawing the double team. And Westbrook, here we go. Savage, that's the way to get some momentum on your side.
Absolutely, those dunks can really have a deflating effect on the defense.
Especially coming from a guy out of the backcourt.
Back to Thompson. Drains it from beyond the arc. Thompson's got himself on the board with 3 there.
There's a chance he could have a big game if they don't D him up more tightly on the perimeter. Thunder head coach Scott Brooks really consistent with his message. It's all about defensive commitment and trusting your teammates at that end of the floor. why they're on the lead. Aggressive play at both ends. Very nicely done there.
Yeah, absolutely. They made the steal pay dividends instantly in the open floor.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Thunder. You talk about Scott Brooks' defensive focus. He played 11 years in the NBA as a 5'11" point guard, Steve. You'd better believe he had some toughness.
Oh, he was nasty. He would pick you up full court. And, you know, there was a great stat about him when he played. He went 5 consecutive seasons where he had more steals than turnovers. So, shows you about Scott Brooks.
And the Warriors with a completely new 5 on the floor. And then for Oklahoma City, Perkins, he's checked in for Steven Adams. And Anthony Morrow subbed in for Durant.
Looks like he might be on his game today, Clark.
On the wing, Iguodala puts up a 3. Here's Barbosa. That one falls, coming off Iguodala's feet. Barbosa's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. They get the rebound. Outside Jackson. Westbrook up top. Coming off a solid outing against Minnesota. Ibaka goes in.
Man, this thing dumb.
Sheer, unadulterated power right there. I mean, he ripped it down with both hands.
Absolutely. Steve, a resounding dunk.
Yeah, a take no chances slam, guys.
Perkins, the pass tomorrow. From the arc. Leandro Barbosa with the rebound. And released it in time, but it... And off we go, a close game now starting the second quarter. And from what we've seen so far from the Warriors, how would you grade them?
And the key has been the second chance points. You look at this team, the hustle that they play with, very impressive in that first quarter.
Well, it's showing up on the scoreboard. I mean, you get second chance points like that. It can add to your totals and also demoralize your opponent.
Here's Barbosa. So the Thunder 5 right now. Anthony Morrow out there with Perry Jones. There's Jeremy Lamb. Then there's Reggie Jackson. And it's Perkins and at the 5 down low.
Sean Livingston last season played really well for the Nets. He backed up Darren Williams, who was dealing with injuries, and also started for much of the year, helping keep the team afloat.
Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession. And now the 2K leaderboard, a list of the teams that have rebounded the ball tremendously over the last 10 games. The Warriors, number 1. In third, the Thunder.
Well, they're both not standing around watching and waiting for rebounds to come to them, Kevin. These teams are boxing guys out and going after the ball with vigor.
Looking at Oklahoma City, they took the win in their last game against Minnesota.
And a very confident performance offensively, I think. It's really how this team clicks. I mean, when they're communicating and executing, sharing the ball, they're tough to beat.
And Steve, you got to love that kind of performance on the road. I mean, to be a great team in the NBA, you have to be able to have that kind of performance in the other team's building. Really solid.
Let's go to our sideline reporter, Doris Burke. Doris, what do you have?
Gentlemen, Scott Brooks is very close with his star, Kevin Durant, but that doesn't mean he gets any free perks at KD's restaurant in Bricktown. Brooks said, I get nothing. I mean, give me a dessert, a peach cobbler, something, a sweet tea. You know, this guy's cheap. That's one thing about KD. For 7 straight years, he's been cheap. Kevin, over to you.
He stays consistent, Doris. Very efficient. Thank you. Looking at who's out there now for the Warriors. Andrew Bogut. He's checked in for Azila. Green comes in for Maurice Spates. Thompson, he's checked in for Sean Livingston. And Curry subbed in for Leandro Barbosa.
The Thunder were the second best road team in the NBA last year. Normally a jump shooting team might have trouble on the road, but they are just that good.
That doesn't go either for Green.
I think he was surprised by how much space he had. Look out, watch out now. Talk about putting something extra on it. That dunk was way over the top.
Close game or not, Clark, you know, he's going to finish firm when he gets the space.
Still, I mean, startling that he'd even try that right now.
Back to Curry. Iguodala.
It is.
To Thompson. Clock at 6. A drive by Iguodala. Golden State needs to get off a shot. And it's Thompson that time on the assist by Iguodala. Iguodala's got 3 assists now in this one.
Gonna get their fucking ass
Andre
beat.
Robertson, he's checked in for Oklahoma City.
Bitches could stay outside. I ain't letting them back
Kevin,
in.
here's where the Warriors rank in the NBA over the last month. First in rebounding, second in assists, and they're number 2 in rejections. This is a team that thrives on blocking shots and takes great pride in it.
And probably what impresses me the most, Clark, out of all those stats you're talking about is the rebounds per game, because this is a team that has become very physical. They'll put a body on you, and they'll really dominate the paint if you don't stand up to the task and really attack them back.
Yeah, now shut the fuck
The
up.
Warriors decide to take their first time
Please
out
do,
here.
ho. Go make my potato lay, bitch.
Kevin Durant, the most unstoppable scorer in the game.
Bitch,
It is
I'll whoop
amazing
your
to watch
old
this guy
ass,
put the ball
bitch.
in the basket from every
Beat the
angle
senior citizens
and every
discount out
distance.
your ass, bitch.
His ball handling ability allows him to do just that. He can get wherever he wants to, when he wants to, and how he wants to. He can get a shot off anytime. It took him a little while to get into the flow of this game, but now he's definitely found his stride and rhythm.
Jackson with it. Picked up by Thompson. Good defense by Iguodala. And Durant with one of the league's quickest releases.
Yeah, I've yet to see anybody block his shot, and yet, you know, if you leave your feet too early, he'll just drive right around you and dunk the ball with one dribble. I mean, that's the problem that he poses with the length and mobility and shooting proficiency. There's not much you can do with this guy.
Good. Durant's got 10.
You know, something we're seeing less and less of these days, that little finger roll.
The drive by Iguodala.
Damn, he was finna dunk that bitch.
Bricks the dunk off the deceptive pump fake. It's deflected. It's stolen by Green. A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. Wide open shot is on the money. Thompson's got 5 points now in the quarter. And
Come on, what is you hitting his arm for?
that'll be his
You gonna go
second
for the
foul of
steal,
game.
play for the steal.
That's foul number 2 on him. It might not warrant sitting him entirely, but you know, another one before halftime, they could be in some trouble.
The Warriors making a switch here. Barnes is checked in. And then for Oklahoma City, Ibaka comes in for Jones. And Russell Westbrook is subbed in for Jackson. And here is Curry following Russell Westbrook's 3.
And the defense got away with a major lapse there.
It's stolen by Green. Here's Bogut. Howard down after the assist, let him into the lane.
Textbook example there of how to use defense to create offense.
Yeah, beautiful transition play after the steal all the way to the basket.
Wasted no time going from defense to offense.
It feels like they're starting to pick up the intensity as the game itself starts to get a little more tight and close.
6 on the shot clock. Durant,
Oh my.
and the bucket counts, and he's on his way to the free throw line. Try to make it a 3-point play.
That's been a great day for him, and if you remember, he gave them a huge performance their last time out as well.
And here is Barbosa. He has 5. Now a timeout called by Golden State. Five seconds left in the second quarter. Thompson from long range. That misses. What have kind of gone in? It's a tie game here in Oakland. Well, both sides have assessed what they need to do over the break in halftime. We'll see now if one can pull out away here in the third.
Durant doing all sorts of things. He's got 13 points, and he's made some good decisions with the basketball, too.
Well, being smart is what it's all about for him, Clark. I mean, he's a decision maker. He's a playmaker. He has to make good decisions. That's what he's doing here so far.
Our second half of basketball and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. Setting the floor for the Warriors. Thompson and Barnes, the 2 and 3. Down low, it's Green and Bogut. And it's Curry in a
Come on.
Changing sides didn't seem to help them at all, huh, guys? They've missed their first 3 shots in the third quarter. You know, regardless of who starts the break, seems like he's usually the one to finish it.
And that's because of how well he attacks the rim on the dead run.
What is you personally fouling for?
And he commits the intentional foul.
I have no idea why he was fouling there.
And even the foul, I mean, you can't be wrapping guys up like that. I mean, it just doesn't make any sense. That's a meaningless play.
Andre Iguodala is checked in for Golden State.
Well, it's easy to see the kind of impact Andrew Bogut can have on a team. Since coming to the Warriors, he's been the anchor they need. And they've gone from one of the worst defensive teams in the league to one of the best since his arrival.
Okay, well, let's check in with Doris Burke reporting from our sideline in this game. Doris, take it away.
Steve Kerr choosing to coach the Warriors. I've said this many times, said Kerr. This is the best fan base in the NBA. The 2007 clinching win over Dallas was the best atmosphere I've ever felt in my life. As a broadcaster, even as a player, I've never seen anything like that. Guys, he wanted to coach in that environment.
They're loud every night. Thank you, Doris. And let's quickly jump to the 2K leaderboard to find out which point guards have been the highest scorers over the last month. Number 1, Steph Curry.
And being at the top of that list, he's obviously been able to take it upon himself to give them an offensive jolt whenever they've needed one.
And to me, Steve, that's a tremendous asset, almost a necessary requirement for your point guard. I mean, you want a guy that can orchestrate and be a maestro for his teammates first and foremost, but it's a huge bonus when he can put it in the basket himself.
The Thunder have been on target from the free throw line. They're 5 of 5 in that department. And Bogut so savvy with his rotations defensively. Clark, he waits till the last moment to commit when bringing help.
Yeah, he really times up his help nicely, and that allows
what
his
is they doing?
To get a little extra time in making their rotation.
Iguodala against Durant. Adams down low. And Westbrook, here we go. And it's sent back by Bogut.
Well, they need a shot or two to fall here soon. They're only 1 of 4 since the break.
Tell you what, shooting 20% to start the second half doesn't bode well for how this will play out for this squad.
This game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding is one thing that they've been able to dominate.
Yeah, they've chased down that pumpkin offense.
Now a timeout called by Golden State.
Last season, Andrew Bogut was able to say that he was the healthiest he's been in years. And that might not seem like much, but it makes a huge difference for him to be at full strength.
Lamb is checked in for Roberson. Now we get a chance to check out the standings out west. Already we're in December. We'll take a look at the Warriors. And, of course, Golden State. They're tied right now.
And with Bogut feeling 100%, you know, he had so many injuries over the years leading up to last season that it was hard for him to really find himself once again. But when he's 100%, he's really a force in the middle.
Adams' shot is good. Now it's a 6-point Thunder lead.
Excellent vision by Durant out there. What a nice pass.
Green, no luck. And with Bogut, as you said, I think people forget just how impactful he can be when healthy. Everyone knows that he's an amazing defender. And he's one of the top centers in the league when he's healthy.
To have a legitimate 7-footer who can move and pass the ball as well as Bogut does, that does wonders for a team at both ends of the floor.
Here's Iguodala. And the layup's good off the glass. Now just a 2-point Thunder lead.
And the defense just lets him go there.
And once he hit the open floor, there was no looking back. Straight to the rack.
For three, Durant. Golden State's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Iguodala kicks to Curry. The shot's good on the assist by Iguodala. Iguodala's got 4 assists in the game. Outside Durant. And Durant gets double teamed. Inside. It's stolen by Bogut. He logs up the alley-oop pass.
He was waiting on that
It's out of
alley-oop.
bounds. The Warriors able to retain possession.
He swacked that joint.
So both teams making some changes here. Here is Livingston. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. And 2 free throws
There you
coming
go.
up as he
We'll
misses
take it
that
however
one.
you get
Blowing
it.
the whistle and a lot of contact there.
Ain't the best ball handler, but hey.
With all that Sean
both.
Livingston went through with his horrific injury a few years back, you know, Steve, it's amazing just to see him out there on the floor playing basketball.
Yeah, I remember seeing that live. It was one of the most awful things to see on a basketball court. And I just have so much respect for Livingston, the way he's continued to grind it out and carve out a career for himself. He's become a very, very good player.
50 seconds left in the third quarter. Thunder trailing by 3. Jackson drives in.
And with Livingston, you know, he had to adjust the way he played after the injury, but was able to pick things up on the fly as he managed to be a contributor on every team that he's been on since the injury. And I think that says an awful lot about him as a player and as a person.
He hits both from the stripe.
Well, with Livingston, as you said, he had to adjust his game a lot, you know, after the injury. But he was so skilled coming into the league that he knew he'd find a way to become a positive influence on the floor. He's not one-dimensional at all. He can do a lot of things out there.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. Jackson against Barbosa. Lets it go from 11. And it's Spates with the rebound. Poked away. And so it looks like the Warriors will retain possession here. Seven seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Here's Barbosa. Again, Golden State. And here's Jackson. From deep. Thunder trailing by 6. So the Thunder 5 right now. Ran outside at the 3 with Ibaka playing the power forward. Russell Westbrook out there with Andre Robertson. And it's Adams in at the 5 spot.
The easiest way to do it sometimes is with the bounce pass.
Curry dishes to Iguodala. Curry kicks to Thompson. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in.
That's pretty much been the norm for them, getting their points off assists and great ball movement.
Nice rhythm and flow for this team. Tremendous communication and alertness.
Over to the left wing. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Steven Adams, he was taken 12th overall by the Thunder in the 2013 draft. Viewed as more of a project, but what an impressive start in his rookie season. I think he's the future in terms of the center position for Oklahoma City.
Curry outside. Another 3 for Golden State.
The D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been of the 3-point variety.
Yeah, and unless they make some rotations and closeouts defensively, there's more to come, Clark.
And Andrew Bogut the bucket on the assist by Thompson. And now it's an 8-point Warrior lead.
Another pass put right into the shooter's pocket, right in the shooting pocket for a terrific assist. They've done a lot of that today.
Yeah, it's something we haven't seen much of at the other end of the floor, though.
Iguodala outside. Baseline jumper. Russell Westbrook with the rebound. Westbrook's got his 4th rebound in this one. Durant with the drive. And Ibaka slams it in.
Cutting into that lead a little bit. Wait a minute.
Come on, Hibby. I'm ready.
Still shaking.
Oh, man, he's got so much power.
Now a timeout called by Golden State.
Well, what an incredible journey it's been for Serge Ibaka. Growing up in the Congo during a terrible civil war, the tragic loss of his mom to a stroke, the streets so unsafe that she couldn't leave the home to go to a hospital. To go from that to where he is now, and an indescribable contrast and an amazing story.
Let's go quickly over to Doris Burke for an update.
Kevin, during that last break, I heard the Warriors coach as he addressed his team. He wanted his guys to keep up the intensity, saying, if any of you think this game is over, you're wrong. We've got work to do. I don't want to see any letdown on the defensive end of the floor. Let's watch how it plays out.
4th quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. Thunder trailing by 8. And Ibaka planned as a youth to escape the Congo and find a way to provide for his family.
Well, and it's a big family, too. He's the 3rd youngest of 18 brothers and sisters. Pretty incredible. And now he's not just helping them, but he's making a huge difference for thousands of people throughout Africa, supporting orphanages, hospitals, schools. I mean, what great work Ibaka is doing.
And the wide open shot from Green. Thunder with the rebound.
They'll be counting on even more points from him. That's essential if they're going to pull this game out.
Curry attacking. And that one's good.
We've seen a noticeable improvement out of him since halftime. He didn't have a whole lot working in the first half.
Westbrook kicks to Durant. The kick out to Westbrook. Here's Robertson. Offline with his 3.
I don't know if it's just me, but he's looked a step slow since the start of the quarter. His shooting has really suffered. Well, eventually he'll start knocking those down. Again, he did make 2 in the first half.
Got that bucket in no time at all. 14 points for Russell Westbrook.
Another good look there, and that's his 2nd 3-pointer of the game. Boy, has he picked it up in the second half. He's on fire.
Thunder trailing by 4. Outside Durant. Pass to Westbrook. Yes!
They're having a lot of trouble dealing with Russell Westbrook. He's a handful.
Curry passes to Bogut. The shot misses. And it's Oklahoma City the other way. And it's Harrison Barnes with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Andre Iguodala is checked in for Barnes. Now here's Ibaka. Here's Roberson. And the go-ahead bucket, no good.
Oh, he's just launching from the three-point line right now because I don't like his shot selection at all. You gotta like the way he took it strong there, attacking the rack.
Serious.
Fouling him there to prevent the dunk.
And he ends up making the second, and that makes it a 3-point lead. 5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Westbrook dishes to Durant. Pass to Roberson. There's the double team with Bogut. Offensive rebound. Outside for Durant. And they go to the intentional foul.
Yeah, that's right. No other option but to foul and hope for some misses.
Yep, you got to extend the game here. Try to keep that clock from moving.
And so he drops them both. It's a 5-point game.
No mistakes there. I think you can close the book on this one, guys. It's done.
Curry with the steal. And so they foul intentionally. Gets the first. That increases their lead to 6. Second one is good. Hitting both at the line. And it's a 7-point game. Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City. They're behind by 7. 8 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Jackson kicks to Jones. The three from Morrow can't connect. So we see the Warriors get the win here.